What's up, everyone? Welcome to the 3 Show. I'm your guy, Vinny Paraselli. We've got a great one for you today. We'll take a look at the playoff picture as the regular season is coming to a close. We've got highlights from a wild weekend that's affecting playoff seeding, and we've got 2 great matchups to preview this weekend. However, we are going to start with the latest NA3HL commitment. It's Jacob Haynes of the Maine Wild. He is committed to Framingham State University. The defenseman from Tampa has 6 assists on the season. Kyle Gearman of the Metro Jets has been called for the Northeast Generals of the North American Hockey League. The defenseman out of Shelby Township, Michigan, has 11 goals and 35 points in 40 games this season. He signed a tender with the Generals earlier this year. Looking back at some highlights from over the weekend, the Granite City Lumberjacks hopped up into second place in the West Division with an overtime win over the Alexandria Blizzard. Owen Sikic sets up Braden Altena for the game winner. The Texas Brahmas are 1 win away from a division title after taking 2 of 3 against the Atlanta Capitals. Hunter Bersani netted the overtime game winner on Saturday for the Brahmas in Game 2 of that series. Speaking of playoffs, the Great Falls Americans clinched a playoff spot last weekend. They'll be looking for their first championship tournament appearance since 2016. They were so close last year in making it to the Silver Cup tournament, but they fell to Yellowstone in overtime of Game 3 of the Frontier Division Finals. The Maine Wild are headed to the postseason as they clinched the final playoff spot in the Coastal Division. They missed out on the postseason a year ago, but will look to make a splash in their first playoff run. The Mid-Cities Junior Stars are back into the postseason after securing a playoff spot. The Stars will look to make it past the first round after they were bounced in the first round last year. The Oswego Stampede are back in the postseason as well. They lost in the first round last year and will look to make it past the opening round this time around. The Wisconsin Whalers are once again in the postseason. They have fallen to the Lacrosse Freeze in each of the last 2 postseasons, and at the moment, they are on a collision course to meet again. We'll have to see if history will repeat itself. How about we look at those matchups coming up this weekend? 2 division leaders, St. Louis and North Iowa, meet up in Mason City. The Junior Blues swept North Iowa in St. Louis earlier this season, but both games came after regulation, so we may be in store for one classic series. On Saturday, there will be a showdown between Metro and Pittsburgh. The Vengeance have struggled of late, while the Jets have been soaring. Metro can wrap up another division title this upcoming weekend. The NAHL top prospects have some familiar names on their rosters. 7 players that are alums of the NA3HL made it onto TPT rosters, showing the ladder of development is still as strong as ever. Congratulations to Josh Benson, Curtis Carlson, Andy McGlynn, Joseph Mizak, Brandon Perrone, Luke Perunovich, and Toby Sengvong Sai. Only 6 playoff spots left in the Fraser Cup playoffs to claim. We'll update you accordingly as those spots get filled. The NA3HL Top Prospects Tournament is coming up on February 27th and 28th in Plymouth, Michigan at USA Hockey Arena. NA3HL teams will play 2 games on day 1 of the event and play 1 more game on day 2 of the event. You can get your tickets, book your hotel, book your rental car, and check out the full rosters for all 6 participating teams at na3hl.com/TPT. Over 40 games on the schedule this weekend in the NA3HL. You can watch them all live on Hockey TV, and we'll be back next week with the latest highlights, news, and advancements from the NA3HL. Until next time, I'm Vinny Paraselli. Thanks for watching The 3 Show.